Hello and welcome to today's reading. Let's have some messages. Let's see. Where are you heading? In what direction? And what is going on? Any information that could make some sense for the viewer? Let's see. What is the message? Can we have some information? Rejection. All right. Let's have more information here. Vanity. Let's put them together there. Rejection, and the under there is discovery. Let's take that. There are something here about vanity, rejection, and discovery. Let's see. I wonder, rejection could be some redirection sometimes. The vanity? What is all that about? Let's have more information before we dig further in this one. You got the King of Swords. There are something you are discovering here that's make your situation more clear. Maybe you have experienced it. People that are very up in their vanity, I don't know. This is about something that you have been redirected about, and suddenly you see the point of it. Maybe there was a situation where you was wondering, what is really going on? What is it happening around me and to me and for me? What is going on? That you had a lot of question about your situation. And I feel that the King of Swords brings clarity. There are something here that makes you discover why all this happened. That suddenly it's become so clear. And here you got the Six of Pentacles. Let's have a couple of more cards here. And I feel there are 3 here. 4. Let's bring them in. You got the Fool. You got the Ten of Swords, you got the Lovers, and you got the Nine of Pentacles. I believe someone you loved wasn't quite upfront with you. They, not sure what they did, but you are quite disappointed about this because you was withdrawn from a situation. Maybe this was a separation and you didn't understand the separation around it, why it was happening. But as the King of Swords now, you see it clearly. And the burden, when we separate from people that we care about, it's that heavy sorrow, basically. But with the Ten of Swords, you realize, because the Ten of Swords is for me the freedom, when you realize the burden is not yours to carry anymore. This is the point where you turn your focus basically onto what you love, to the people that are supposed to be in your surroundings. And the discovery here, you even got the Fool card. You are starting a new chapter by choice, because you would love to have that inner peace, that the rejection, you understand why you was rejected, why you needed to go in another direction for your own safety, for your own freedom. Because here, not only is money coming in, but this is also generous partnership with the lovers coming in. It could be friends that are just generous, not only with money, because the money here is the earth energy. It is also about that safety, feeling secure in your situation. And by having friends that are generous with their time, it is also that abundant feeling of being included. And I think that's what you are experiencing right now. That's your discovery. You see the meaning behind what happened in your situation. Let's have a couple of more cards, because I wonder what direction you are heading in right now. Let's have a couple of more cards. I feel this one, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords could be a reminder of the heartbreak, but it could also mean when you know the reason why this was happening, because this is action from other people projected on you. And when you discover that, of course, it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, that is a relief, because now you understand that the healing can begin. And that's beautiful, because you got the Fool here. You are heading on to another chapter in your situation. And then you got the Nine of Wands. I want one more with the Nine of Wands. There you go. Yeah, you go, because you got the Ace of Swords here. Because the Nine of Wands can come through when you are doubtful about the way you walk away from a situation. As I said, if this is people hurting you and throwing you under a bus, and there are people you really cared about, it doesn't mean that the sorrow, the sadness disappears overnight. So that's why you can get this Nine of Wands coming back. You are doubtful, could I have done more? But remember, if there was an equal give and take relationship with these people, that means that you would have known if it was right to stay. But I think it's right for you to walk away. It is right. Because you got the Ace of Swords here. The Divine wants you to, and we have the underline, the Two of Swords. That means trust. Trust that you are heading in the right direction. It's a lot of swords and money coming through with this reading. And that means for me that you see clearly that you need to stay more grounded and to be together with the people that support you, that love you, with the lovers here. And you are much more tuned in with those people. You are so much more tuned in with them, and you feel it in your gut, really, that this is the right direction for you. So, but the vanity could be about, you know, that's the window other people look in through. The window where everything looks so good and they envy you because your situation, and but that is the window you show them. And I think if you have an image you have built up for years, and then the situation turns against you, or it's not possible to maintain that window anymore, uh, it's metaphoric speaking, but at the same time, we live in a world where social media is trying to define us in some way, but that's not the real picture. That's not the real window. And that's why I think we have so much anxiety in this society right now, because people are not able to live up to that image. So when things get real and you have a situation where you need to handle it just the way it is, it's the honest truth that this is your situation. It's not working out the way you thought it would. And people are betraying you. People are not who they said they are. And you need to take a firm stand for where you want to go. But you are managing it. It doesn't mean that the heartache never turns back, or the doubt where you ask yourself question about could I have done more. But most of the time you are the one asking that question. The people you were surrounded by, they never asked themselves that. They didn't value you and they didn't appreciate you. So this is the rejection that redirect you to a new beginning with a Fool and the Ace of Swords. I like that. So let's have a final message from the universe. Of course you will make mistakes. But the biggest one would be not to try. You have nothing to lose. This thing you have been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. Better an oops than a what if. We are here to support you. And I think that is what you have been, that's what you've been thinking about. Could I really do this? Could I really walk my way in the right direction that feels right for me, or should I stay with the people who doesn't appreciate me? But you are choosing the brave path forward, and I like that. Sometimes we need to be a little bit courageous to accomplish things. And with that, I wish you a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye.